Still, at the top of the pile of being the sworn enemy of lying, pomposity, smugness, and groupthink, that's Tucker Carlson. I hope at least I'm at the bottom of the pile of doing the same thing as we, in this Sophie Scholl Monologue, discuss matters of religion and politics. We've been talking about how the school system has these policies that, on the one hand, you can't disagree with it. You have anti-bullying measures. You have dignity for all student measures. If it just stopped there, that would be fine. When we talk about not bullying, when we talk about dignity for all students, who can disagree with that? You know where the problem comes from? We all have our conceptions on how we arrive at that decision. When I think of anti-bullying, of course I think, well, the Bible says to treat everyone respectfully. Love is across the board. When we think about giving people dignity, we go to the Bible and find references there for the dignity of individuals. But New York State doesn't think that way. New York State, and if you're listening out of state, doesn't think that way either. Because they begin to incorporate things such as sexual orientation, gender, whether it's perceived or actual. That indicates a philosophy, that indicates a worldview that's feeding into the good policy of anti-bullying and dignity for all students. Worldview. You'd call that a particular philosophy of life or a conception of the world. If you really want to get simple, a belief system. This belief system is operating in the schools, and people need to call it out. We need to expose what they are doing by using something that's good through the insertion of very polluted concepts of the world. And as we are believers in this day and age, we need to distinguish this darkness from the light. In other words, we need to distinguish the good thing about anti-bullying and dignity from the lies of cultural Marxism prevalent in public education. Though the powers that be don't use those terms, the concepts of cultural Marxism, including critical gender theory, critical race theory, are very much present in the school system today. It just creeps in. You can't stop it. You can't help yourself but associate a concept or an action, a behavior like anti-bullying with a worldview connected to it. These documents that we're getting would be much smaller were it not for these concepts, anti-biblical concepts, from being introduced into the school system in which your children and grandchildren are entering today. And by the way, it's not just the schools. It's in insurance companies. It's in hospitals. It's creeping in everywhere. Let's be believers and show the light. Well, unlike Tony Kornheiser of Pardon the Interruption, I cannot promise you that I'll do better the next time, but unlike Tony Kornheiser, I will wave the sackcloth flag of humility, not pride.